The Employment Standards Act of British Columbia sets minimum standards for non-union workplaces across our province. It protects workers and it protects employers. This video explains the 10 most important things you should know as a BC employer. 1. Who's protected? The Employment Standards Act applies to non-union employees working in BC, including those who are not citizens. If your employees fall under one of these categories, failure to comply with the Act could result in penalties. 2. Keeping records. Records must be kept for every employee and retained for 2 years after employment ends. These must include wage rate, all hours worked regardless of how the employee is paid, benefits paid, gross and net wages, deductions, and any stat holidays and vacations taken. 3. Hours of work and overtime. The Act sets requirements for employee meal breaks, time off between shifts, hours free from work each week, daily pay, and overtime. Anyone scheduling staff must understand these minimums. 4. Minimum wage. In BC, minimum wage is $9 per hour for liquor servers and $10.25 per hour for most other workers. Whether an employee is paid by the hour, salary, piece rate, or commission, their total pay must meet the minimum wage for all hours worked. 5. Paydays. Employees must be paid at least twice a month. All earnings must be paid within 8 days of a pay period's end. No single pay period can exceed 16 days. 6. Vacations and vacation pay. After 1 year, BC employees are entitled to 2 weeks annual vacation. After 5 years, this increases to 3. After 5 calendar days of work, employees are entitled to vacation pay of 4% of all wages earned, and after 5 years, this increases to 6%. 7. Stat holidays. An employee who has been employed for at least 30 days and worked 15 of the 30 days before a stat holiday is entitled to stat holiday pay. Eligible employees who work a stat holiday must be paid time and a half. 8. Unpaid leave. BC employees are entitled to certain unpaid leave from work. You cannot terminate someone or change a condition of employment due to a leave. The employee must be returned to the same or similar position when the leave ends. 9. Deductions. BC employers are responsible for deducting wages as required by law for things like income tax and employment insurance. Only if the employee has given written consent can you deduct advances or accidental overpayments from an employee's wages. No employee can be made to pay any part of your business costs, such as cash shortages or damage. 10. Termination. As an employer, you have the right to terminate a worker with written notice or compensation. An employee of less than 3 months can be terminated without either. Final wages must be paid within 48 hours of termination. If the employee quits, final wages must be paid within 6 days. Help keep British Columbia a fair and prosperous province for all of us. Know your responsibilities under the Act and do your part. Get more information about BC employment standards. Visit the Employment Standards Branch website or call 1-800-663-3316.